Welcome to the Forge videos. We're doing the body of the Forge today. Let's go! Welcome everybody to this Forge build I'm doing. It is brought to you by my friends at Hard Luck Forge. You're going to see me using a lot of stuff, Kaowool and Refractory and Rigidizer and all kinds of stuff. And it all came from Hard Luck Forge. I'll tell you all about them in a little while, but first, let's get going with this video. Oh my gosh, so if you missed the last video, man, it had the intended effect. It shook some people up. It shook some things up, and that is exactly what I wanted to do. I got some people outside of their comfort zone, which was always a lot of fun, but hopefully it frees their mind and they start thinking a little more open-minded than closed-minded. But yeah, the Forge burners are set to go. All I need to do is get the body of this Forge going, and yeah, I'm close, but I still got so much work to do. So I've got this old tank that is going to become my Forge. There's still some valves and things stuck in it. I'm going to see if I can just get those off. They're probably rusted in place, and I'll probably have to cut them, but I'm just going to see if I can get them undone real quick, and then I'm going to start slicing it up and turning it into my Forge. Alright, there she is, all cut down. This is actually getting really exciting. This is to the final size. So what I want to do, I've got some square tube. I'm going to make a little frame for it so I can set it upright. I'm just going to weld a couple of pieces on the bottom there, and that way I can set it upright and have an orientation while I'm putting everything in there, like the Kaowool. Speaking of which, let me tell you about Hard Luck Forge, who is sponsoring this whole build of this Forge, and it's where I got all my castable and my Kaowool and my fire bricks and everything that I'm using besides this tank. Everything else came from Hard Luck Forge. So you can see how easy it is to follow the website. I mean, you see the Rigidizer, you can see the castable, you can go wherever. They've got complete forges. If you decide after watching this video, hey, building a forge is not for me, it's a little too involved, and I just don't think I have the skills, you can get a complete forge at Hard Luck Forge. If you want to try building the forge body and just get burners that you know will work, you can just get the burners. They've got ribbon burner forges, they've got Venturi forges, they've got everything you need there. Now, when it comes to the Kaowool and the refractory and the rigidizer and the fire bricks and everything else that you might be ordering, it's all free shipping. That's the cool part. I mean, they've already got some pretty amazing prices. When you figure the shipping into it, or the money that you're saving on having to pay for shipping, I don't think anybody can beat the prices at Hard Luck Forge. They got it to me quick, they got it to me free, and they can get it to you free as well, because it's free shipping on everything. So check it out. They've got castable refractory, whether you're doing something, you know, I've got the stuff that's a little more resistant to flux in the Greencast 94, I think it's called, which is going on the bottom, and then I've got another one that's going around the main body. They've got several different types, and if you aren't sure which one to get, just ask them. Go right to their webpage. You'll see a message thing right at the bottom in the bottom corner, and that will let you send a message right to them. I believe it's through Facebook, and ask away. Let him know that I sent you there, and maybe he'll treat you good, and he'll treat you good anyways. And if you have any questions about how to mix or cure or anything like that, they've got the Q&As right at the top, and all the directions and anything you'll ever need. So Hard Luck Forge, thank you so much. Check them out and get what you need. Free shipping every single time. So I've got a few more things to do body-wise. I've got to cut some openings in here. I don't know how big yet. I'm still debating how big I want to go on the openings for the ends. I've got to weld a little bit of a frame together. I want to put this thing on wheels so I can wheel it out into my driveway on a nice summer day, but then wheel it inside here and ease it inside on a cold winter's day. So I've got to build that. We've got to do this, and then I think I'll be ready to start with the Kaowool and all the refractory. I'm going to leave it off here. I'm splitting this up. I thought 3 videos originally. I think I'm going to spread it out a little bit more, just because there's so much to do and I don't want to try and condense it too much. So there we go. I'll pick it up on the next video, you know, in a day or two. So check out the Patreon. I leave a lot more in, any problems I ran into and everything. I leave it all in there. The Patreon videos are usually twice as long, and for as little as $1 a month, you can go see my whole thought process of what goes on in the different builds and forging processes and all that stuff. So I will catch you on the next video, and yeah, thanks Hard Luck Forge. Bye.